Gaucho, you have to know you are very selfish.
Correct.
Na wewe ni mtu ambaye huwa anajipendekeza tu peke yake. Na vile vile nilikwambia achana kupigia mimi simu. Hata sasa hivi Mr. President amenipigia mimi simu kuniuliza Ubungu na Uhuru amefika hapa. So please Gaucho, wewe we gave you a platform but you did nothing.
Na mimi nikiwa Uhuru. Gaucho, let me tell you. Kama Uhuru Kenyatta ananiheshimu, kama Maina Jenga ananiheshimu, kama President Omosh ananiheshimu, kama Raila Odinga ananiheshimu, hata Ruto ananiheshimu, ndio wanajua naongea ukweli. Na wale wote akina Gachagua wote wananiheshimu. Who are you in front of the unlocking you? Ukujali kati nikitoka huku ni lazima ulizie. Mimi sijawahi kaa na Gaucho chini ati tumekunywa chai. Anamewahi niita ati sijui tukapewe pesa. Pesa nani? 1,100 mimi siwezi nikauza urithi wangu. Na Gaucho nikwambia mimi nimeolewa. Niko na watoto. Na hata kama nikuolewa, siwezi nikaolewa na mwenye anaweka na tumbo yake pesa.
Tuanga yeye kabisa.
Second, Gaucho unaweza nitumania utume kuzi. But let me tell you, utakoma.
Omosh Jakababa 1 hour. Deputy President Kenya mzima. Mimi yangu naona sisi ndio tunapea Gaucho nguvu. Unajua mtu akiwa mahali na tunaongea kuhusu which means mahali yako na je baadhi yako. Sikuko pale lakini mimi ni tisho mahali. So situtieni president ya Gaucho. Sio ya Gaucho. Na mimi boss 1 hour, mimi deputy president. Bunge la wananchi Kenya mzima.
Digital ID and they said that it is unconstitutional and therefore it is something that should not be there. So it should worry us as members of the Bunge la Wananchi caucus. I've just been told about that and so we need to have that in our mind. To the issue of the PWDs, I want to assure you that during our elections in Kisumu, we did elect the representatives of the PWDs. Therefore, somebody who asked that question, I want you to go having that in mind that we have the representatives of the PWDs. As for the women, we have our women leader. It is unfortunate that she did not travel to be here with us. So we have women in the Bunge. So anybody who asked about that should also get that as an information that we have the representative of the women in the Bunge. There were a lot of questions that were raised. The one for Kisumu, over the issue of the next, there was a representative from the Bunge Lamented from Kisumu who really lamented about that their issues are not properly taken care of. So we are going to follow up that. There was a request that we have our next meeting in Bomet. We did indicate it here that we will all organize with the representatives from Bomet and we put it forward to the executive office so that we come up with a date and we mobilize ourselves so that next meeting in Bomet becomes a success and it has got a very big representation. There was an issue of registration of the Bunge which comes from my deputy, Omosh, 1 hour. So and we are saying that we are in the process and we are asking all the Bunge Wananchi networks to make sure that Bunges are registered. And from different levels, from the ward level, sub-county levels, county levels, and up to the mainstream or the national level, that is the Kenya Bunge Wananchi caucus. We are going to see to it that the structure is fully in place. So we line up with the legal team so that they give us areas that we can follow so that the Bunges get registered the way we've just been guided here. Because we all know that Bunges are amorphous settings. They are settings whereby everybody comes. People come from their own places. Women come, men come, youth comes, PWDs comes, and we chat together. We have the divergent opinions and we have the opinions that we think should also be added in those platforms. So we encourage everybody to come. As for the women that requested us to give them platforms, Bunges, you create your own place. If there is nobody who can create you create a place for you. At times we may call you, at times you may find it very difficult because there are a lot of expectations that people come with in the bunge. Some things that bunges are networks for resources, there are monies in the bunges. The moment they come 1 day, 2 days, then they realize there is no money, then the third day they don't come. So this is a volunteering process, and even us to reach Nakuru, we have made it within ourselves. It is just our local arrangement that has made us to be here. Nobody has paid us to be here. Nobody has mobilized any resource for us to be here. And the legal team and any other person who knows and always follows me through my networks or through my social media handles, they know that I always move a lot and I use my own resources. Just the other day we were in Asembo. We went with the team from Migori. I was with the Rongo chairman, who is my national secretary, and other team from Ajali, the deputy majority leader. We were with him in Asembo, that is Rarieda sub-county, Siaya County. And we used our resources to be there to popularize and to make sure that we mobilize every other information so that it reaches to every corner of this country. I've been to Rongo on several occasions and selling the good agenda of the bunge. Let's not get used by some politicians. That was an information that came out that we need to stick to our issues and we talk about our agendas. Tribalism was a factor, or it is something that also came out in this meeting, and I'm glad that my sister did speak very categorically about it. My deputy Omosh also spoke about it. Free, fair and credible elections. We were encouraged that this time around we must practice fairness in terms of electing our leaders who will understand their roles in office. And we were told that it is not about 6 piece, it is not about party, it is about ideologies, it is about individuals that are running for those offices. And it is about the issue-based politics, it is about what they are going to do to us. That was also an information that came in this platform as we were talking. So I'm glad about it, and I'm telling you, as we move forward, we will see to it that those issues are talked about and are well taken care of. The matter of Kabonyo Kanyagwal was spoken about by some speaker, and I really say thank you for bringing that here in this meeting. It has been an issue and a concern, and I want to appreciate the speaker for Kisumu County, Bwana Jirasho, for always calling me each and every time so that we visit that place together with the secretary and the chairman for Kisumu County, together with the way. We have made a visit to that place when we realized there was nothing that was taking place. We made some photos and some videos. Then after that, there were some follow-ups. Immediately we left the place. Then we were told that there were people who went there and they assured the community that they are going to do the developments in that place. So follow-up is very important, and bringing this matter here is also very important too, because we are going to address it to some level. The inclusion of the PWDs that we have talked about. At the road in Migori, there was a speaker who spoke about it, and he said, as he was congratulating the president, saying that though we are complaining that the president has not done everything good, but he appreciated him that for this first time, since when he got out of Migori, the roads that were prioritized by the people in Migori, there's some good work that is in progress. We want to say thank you for that, for giving us that right information. Having said that and done, I want to speak this. I want to thank the leadership of the Nakuru Bunge la Wananchi Caucus for organizing such an event within a shortest period of time. Bunges does not have resources. We don't have resources at the national level, we don't have resources at the county level, we don't have resources down at the ward level, where we have our bunges. Bunge la Wananchi are not permanent structures. They are not even temporary structures. Most of the times we just find ourselves sitting in some people's outlets. At times we just identify a border share, then we start our platforms and we say it is a Bunge la Wananchi. We even sit where there is a cobbler working on his work, then we start saying that is a Bunge la Wananchi. Here in Manyata, there is no permanent structure about Bunge la Wananchi there, but they have some shade whereby they always talk about issues that affect Nakuru and Kenya as a whole. I want to thank the leadership of Nakuru Bunge la Wananchi, President, the Chairman, the Deputy President, all membership of the Nakuru Bunge la Wananchi, because each and every time we always follow you. During the demonstrations, we were keenly following you because the media was factoring in about some 4 major cities. It was about Kisumu, it was Kisumu, it was Mombasa, Nairobi, and Nakuru. At that time, there was a time that they were only factoring on the 4 cities. And when you opened your Citizen TV, it was Mombasa on top, Nakuru down here, Kisumu on the other far end, and the Nairobi down here. So you did so well during the demonstrations. All that you are championing for, all that you are agitating for was about good governance. The purpose for this meeting today, I wanted to brief you because I realized that we went out of the agenda of the day to an extent whereby we are now punching shots and punching a lot, not even focusing on what we were supposed to talk about. I want to tell you, nimekuja hapa leo ili niwaambie vizuri kwamba vile rais wetu William Samoei Ruto alikuja Kisumu, tulipewa nafasi na mimi nilipigiwa simu binafsi na nikaitishwa katika mkutano. Kufika katika mkutano yenye ilikuwa ya town hall meeting, I got an opportunity to address the president and even the nation. I asked the president to tell us what plans he has for our people that died during the demonstrations, that were brutalized by the police, that were maimed, the ones that were abducted, and you followed the conversation. The president stood and answered me in the glare of the media, while all Kenyans were watching and some were listening, not the ones that didn't have the televisions, the ones that were listening through their radio stations. What the president did tell me and instructs the PS for Interior, Raymond Omosh, that we, the members of the Bunge la Wananchi, we follows it up with him so that we get the full list of those people that died during the demonstrations, status of the police brutality, so that we give the list to him. That is a very serious statement that was made by the president. And through that, or after that, I said that we must have a meeting as Bunge la Wananchi members, because in Nakuru, there were some times when I, Omosh Poa, the youth leader, Santos, we traveled all the way to Vihiga County to bury some of your youth here that were killed here in Nakuru. You remember about that? We had even to travel using border to go there because the police were following us. So we could not even hire a vehicle because we feared about our lives. The Subarus were following us, point A to point B. There were some of the times that I came and slept here in Nakuru while I was being chased in Nairobi. And I used to sleep in the house of my brother there, the deputy president. I slept in his house for 3 days. And it is Omosh who used to buy me some food. And he could send Santos to come and bring me food. And the chairman could follow up whether I'm in good hands. So I want to tell you the relationship that I have with the people of Nakuru. And most of the times when I was being chased in Kisumu, I could pretend that I'm going to Nairobi, but I'm passing by Nakuru, and I'm just sleeping here in Nakuru. I could go to Omosh house and spend there. At times, the chairman would hide me in his place. And come on, hallelujah, so that is how it works. So I'm just telling you the kind of relationship that we have had with these people. And that relationship I've extended it, and the people of Migori and the Rongo have also extended that relationship. Most of the times I'm in the deputy majority leader's house. If I'm not there, I sleep in Timon's house, the Secretary General for the Kenya Bunge la Wananchi Caucus. At times I find myself in Sere's place, and I've even been to his place. most of the times when things are not getting well in Kisumu. So I have walked a very long journey. Giving me this position means a lot to the Bunge la Wananchi, because you have given it to a brave person, a very bold person, somebody who speaks things the way they are, somebody whom you cannot give money or you can buy his idea, somebody whom you cannot just bring forward and tell that we are giving you this so that you can keep silent. I will not sell the Bunge. I want to assure you, I will not sell the Bunge. I will not use the Bunge platform to enrich myself. I will use all the networks that I have to make sure that the Bunge la Wananchi gets what it is rightfully theirs. That I can assure you. For my brother from Kisumu, Anyango Tosha here, my brother who is also running for the MCA's position in Manyata. These are my good friend. This is my good friend. We have moved with him in so many things. We have moved with him in several other places. Speaker, most of the times I go to his place there in Gaucho, and we spend a lot of times together with the secretary. We eat what we can eat. My brother Oluwen, it is quite unfortunate that his sister his sister died. The sister she's not married. She married the sister on the 27th of this month. But he said that for the love of the Bunge la Wananchi, though he's the eldest son in that home, and he's the only person who is looking for everything to see to it that the sister rests in eternal peace. He said, I'm traveling to Nakuru to be with the members of the Nakuru Bunge la Wananchi. So, we have our Wakili there. Wakili has helped us a lot from Rongo and from Migori. Most of the times, the issues that we face there in Kisumu, the paperwork. Your Wakili here out the legal counsel can tell you that the most difficult part in legal representation is the paperwork. That is where they spend a lot. They just do it pro bono. They just say, let us just work on it without any coin. So, mimi nasema ni asante sana. Dada yangu wa Uhuru tumetembea na yeye. Na amesimama na Uhuru, na amesimama na Maina Njenga, na yeye ni mtu wa kusema ukweli. Tumshikilie mikono jamani. Na tutuwe na yeye kila wakati. She's a brave woman. Yeye ndio tulimchagua kukuwa treasurer na tumekuwa na yeye. Ndugu yangu, tukue pamoja, salimie Maina Njenga. Yeye pia amesimama na Raila Amolo Odinga. Raila ni mtu yetu. Everybody. Mtu wa Siaya. The speaker. You're a very good person. A very strong person. We are with you. We are going to make sure that we all together as a platform of the Bunge la Wananchi. With me, mine is just to say thank you for doing all that you have done. Kevo, you know, some of the people here that does not know that this agenda is from Omosh 1 hour, you, Omosh Power, and a few, and most of the leaders from Nakuru, and even from Migori. They are the ones who started this and saying, we must come up with a platform known as Kenya Bunge la Wananchi Caucus, and even the members from Kisumu. So this is an idea that was talked about. It is an idea that was calculated. It is an idea that we all belong to, and we mean about this idea. It is our idea. We cannot leave it to any other person. Nikimalizia kwa hiyo, kuna wengine, baadhi ya mandugu zetu wengine ambao wamechukua Bunge la Wananchi ni kama kujitajirisha wao wenyewe. Mmoja kila wakati anasema mimi ndio nani, mara mimi ndio nani. Na yeye ni peke yake tu. Ukimwona kwa matanga ni yeye. Ukimwona kwa choo ni yeye. Kwa hoteli ni yeye. Ni mtu tu mmoja kila wakati na anajitangazia majina makubwa. Na yeye hana watu wenye wanamfuata. Leo mimi ni rais na niko na watu wangu, ni kweli ama si kweli? Niko na wanawake hapa na niko na vijana na niko na watu wenye wamesimamia ulemavu na watu. Yes. So we are an organized group, and today I'm glad that almost 1 hour has come to the office to be the deputy president. Almost 1 hour. Shikilia bunge sababu Nairobi kuna wengine ambao wanatumikia jina ya bunge vibaya. Na wanalipiwa ndege kupanda ndege, na wanalipiwa pesa ya hoteli kulala na hoteli, na hakuna chenye wanazungumzia kuhusu mambo ya bunge. Niseme nisiseme? Wangapi wamekubali niseme niongee? Kwa hivyo kila wakati tusiwe kila wakati tunasema tu ati mimi ndio sisi mara ghetto president. Sisi hatuna bunge haikuani kwa ghetto, ni kweli ama si kweli? Si bunge iko katika town center. Hii hapa Manyata hapa hii ni ghetto. Hiyo ni city ama ni ghetto. Na pale Kisumu pale ni ghetto ama ni city. Pale Nairobi penye mnakuwa Omosh pale ni ghetto ama ni city. Basi na huyu wa ghetto alitoka wapi? Kwa hivyo akome asikome. Wangapi wanasema akome kusema kwa na asitumie jina letu. So most of the times anapigia huyu simu kila wakati akitusitusi huyu. Anapiga simu akitusitusi huyu. Na leo tunamwambia tukiwa Nakuru kwamba Naomi huyu hapa ni wetu na akimtusi tutamshika na tuweke ndani. Wangapi wanasema ni ukweli? We must protect the women. Sio? Na kila wakati tukiwa katika mkutano anapigia deputy president. Achokumba amekuja kufanya nini Nakuru? Alisema mara nini sana kupigia simu.
Gaucho, you have to know you are very selfish.
Correct.
Na wewe ni mtu ambaye huwa anajipendekeza tu peke yake. Na vile vile nilikwambia achana kupigia mimi simu. Hata sasa hivi Mr. President amenipigia mimi simu kuniuliza Ubungu na Uhuru amefika hapa. You see? So please Gaucho, we gave you a platform but you did nothing. Now we have a new structure, we wanajipanga hapa wote. Wewe zidi kutembea na madege but tunajua hautaenda mahali.
Amen. Na mimi nikiwa Uhuru. Gaucho rasmi tena. Kama Uhuru Kenyatta ananiheshimu. Kama Maina Jenga ananiheshimu. Kama President Obuku Wicha ananiheshimu. Kama Raila Odinga ananiheshimu. Hata Ruto ananiheshimu. Ndio wanajua naongea ukweli. Na wale wote akina Gashagwa wote wananiheshimu. Who are you in front of the unlocking you? Ukutana kati nikitoka huku ni lazima ulizie. Mimi sijawahi kaa na Gaucho chini ati tumekunywa chai. Anamewahi niita ati sijui tukapewe pesa. Pesa nani? 1,100 mimi siwezi nikauza urithi wangu. Na Gaucho nikwambia mimi nimeolewa. Niko na watoto. Na hata kama nikuolewa, siwezi nikaolewa na mwenye anaweka na tumbo yake mbele.
Tuanga yeye kabisa.
Second, Gaucho unaweza nitumania utume kuzi. But let me tell you, utakoma. Na sio hivyo tu. Niko na watoto wengi sana hapa wanataka kusikia from mimi. Kwa hivyo mimi ni mama amejiheshimu. Utafute watu wa rika yako, utafute klasi yako, utafute wamama wale wananunuliwa chai na mandazi na chips wanaingia kwa sababu
hapo kwa class.
Okay. On this issue of Gaucho, let me clear this. Gaucho, first of all, declared himself to be a ghetto president. So mark the word ghetto. So we are not na hapa sisi tunataka Kenya National Bunge la Wananchi Caucus. The very big Gaucho, I myself as voted as the national coordinator. Kabla tuanze hii kitu nilipigia. Na wakati alikuwa anaona yeye ako na Mama Gida Ndinga anapata ndege anaenda hiyo studioni, alisema aje hawezi kutembea na sisi. So leo na declare niko Nakuru kama patron wa bunge la wananchi Nakuru. Gaucho akikuja Nakuru aende ghetto usibunge kabisa. Gaucho yeye atembee kwa hewa hii hizo mandege za kufunga tunaenda huko nje. Kwa ground awachane na president wa bunge la Kenya bunge caucus. And the next time Mr. Gaucho, if you gonna dare after any useless stupid against our able chairman, we as the backup of the chairman, actually, I'll make sure I do something necessary to reach you and show you the back. Gaucho sisi saizi kama Nakuru sisi atuko kwa ile enzi ya kufukuzwa na Zubaru. We are above Zubaru because we know the law, we know what the law entails, and we do everything within the law. So stop insulting this organization. Gaucho, stop insulting this organization. Thank you.
Bunge la wananchi oye! Bunge la wananchi oye! I want to tell Gaucho, this is the time that the youth of Kenya knows the truth. This is the time that Kenyans rely on wananchi. I want to tell you, Gaucho, stop those nonsense and shenanigans of undermining our work. We know the president of Bunge la Wananchi is Sospita Okungu Owich and deputy is Omosh and I want to summarize by saying this to all youths: leave those shenanigans of the Gaucho president. If you want to know the meaning of the Gaucho president, nobody knows more than me as a Rastaman. This is not the time for meditation. This is not the time of intimidation. This is the time of taking guidance ahead with our own president, the only elected president of Bunge la Wananchi, His Excellency Sospita Okungu Owich.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. I want to draw a line, and this line will give us the reference. And I want each and every person to understand that let each other person not cross the other person's line. I admit that Mr. Gaucho is the president of Gaucho, and there's a big difference between Gaucho and Bunge la Wananchi. So I want people to understand that Gaucho and kuongoza Gaucho as we proceed with the visions of our Bunge la Wananchi. This is a people's Bunge. Hii Bunge la Wananchi, hii si Bunge la Gaucho. So if you are leading Gaucho, tafadhali usivume mpaka ukuje kwa Bunge la Wananchi.
Omosh Kababa, 1 hour. Deputy President Kenya mzima. Mimi yangu naona sisi ndio tunapea Gaucho nguvu. Unajua mtu akiwa mahali tunaongea kuhusu which means mahali yako na je baadaye yako. Sikuko pale lakini mimi ni tisho mahali. So situtieni president ya Gaucho. Sio ya Gaucho. Na mimi Omosh 1 hour, mimi deputy president Bunge la Wananchi Kenya mzima. So wacha kae pande hiyo, si kufanya nini? So tusikuwa kila mara tunapea nguvu. Asanteni sana.
Mimi kama patron wa Bunge la Wananchi Kenya mzima, mimi nasimama hapa nikisema ya kwamba hatuwezi kuongoza na mtu ambaye anapenda vitu za bure. Anapewa nomination bure na anaenda anaanguka. Hiyo hatuwezi kubali. Sisi sio wale watu ambao tunaongozwa na watu wa ghetto. Sisi ni wale watu ambao tunaongozwa na watu wenye wako na akili timamu kama president wetu Okungu Owich. Wakati tumetengeneza hii mkutano ama hii caucus ya Bunge la Wananchi, Gaucho hakujua. Na amekuja kurealize ya kwamba yeye saa hii hana lake. Mimi saa hii namwambia nikiwa hapa ya kwamba kutoka leo Gaucho koma kabisa. Sisi tunajua ya kwamba Bunge la Wananchi Kenya mzima inaongozwa na Okungu Owich. Na sisi tuko nyuma yake na tutafanya kazi na yeye, lazima Kenya iende mbele na wananchi waende mbele. Ile tumbo kubwa ambayo uko nayo saa hii tunasema kwamba imekoma. Asante sana.
Wao watu wenye wanaenda kuna chenye tunataka tuseme national. Hiyo tumemaliza. Just come because wenye wanaenda hao tafadhali don't go.